everyone, hope you're doing amazing. Today we're doing really well, thank you. My name is Carolina Fonseca Jimenez. As you know, we focus on doing children's books that promote love, unity, and peace, and we also interpret dreams. The reason that we do that is because when we do, we are connecting with our subconscious, but when we share them, we're connecting with one another on a more profound level. So guys, this video is going to be about two different things. The first thing is we're going to interpret someone's dream, and then the second part of this is going to be answering some of your questions. One of the questions that I've been getting a lot of is, should I eat a certain way in order to be able to connect with myself better, in order to have more lucid dreams? So we're going to hit on that a little bit, okay? So the first one, let's go ahead and talk about this person's dream. I want to first remind you all that whenever you share a dream with us, we will never share your name, just because we want to make sure to protect your privacy, okay? So this person has sent in their dream, and she had a dream that a woman appeared to her in her dreams. And she didn't know who this woman was or anything, but she was really intrigued by this woman's eyes. She said that this woman had beautiful eyes, and that the woman was asking about her studies. She was asking if she was done with her studies, how the studies were going. And then she also said that she was very much looking forward to the girl being done with doing all of her studies, right? And then as they were having this conversation, this woman draws this yellow feather, okay? She draws this yellow feather, and then she also writes a message. Now, the dreamer didn't share the message with us, so that's fine. So we're going to kind of work around that. But then after she wrote this message to the dreamer, she also put her initials, and the initials were M.I., okay? So let's talk a little bit about this dream, guys, because this dream is absolutely beautiful, okay? When we have a dream of someone that we don't know, okay, we may not recall them in this current life, we may not recall them at all, but we'll always kind of have a feeling, right, of what they mean to us. So I've asked this dreamer to send in more about what they were feeling during the dream. Although that by the description, it looks like it was very peaceful, but I do want to know the specifics on what you were feeling, so that way we can really dive into the specifics. But generally speaking, this person that has presented herself to you in your dream is kind of like your angel, right? Kind of like that guiding energy, okay? And we know that this is true because whenever you're having the dream, you're talking about her asking about your studies and being happy for you whenever you are done with those studies. And then also whenever you see a feather, okay? For a lot of us, the symbolism of a feather is very angelic and it is very pure, okay? So again, everyone has their own individual dream language, but when we're talking about the symbolism of a feather, that is typically what a lot of us associate with it. So let me know if you associate something different with it by your feeling with that particular image, okay? But because it was yellow, so let's talk about the fact that it was yellow. The color yellow really is, it's a very joyful color, it's a very bright color, and also it's kind of one of those very like tender colors. So whenever there is a baby, we'll do like the light pink, we'll do the light blue, we'll do the yellows, we'll do those kinds of colors, right? So depending on the shade of yellow that you saw, but typically when we're talking about yellow, this is a color of joy, this is a color of new beginnings, okay? So if this particular woman has drawn a feather for you and it's yellow, it's simply a symbolism of that angelic connection, right? The connection with a higher being. So it's really beautiful because in this dream, this person is even giving you a particular message. I don't know what the message was that she wrote down for you, but obviously there's something very important that she's trying to communicate to you. And also, it seems like you're very open to receiving this because you're talking about this dream and you're saying that, you know, you're kind of going through the motions, you're reading it, you're basically just taking in all of this information, and you are just like astonished by her beautiful eyes, okay? So with that, you can also be certain that it is a good energy that's guiding you, and it is a good energy that's protecting you, right? Remember that in your dream state, you can access so many things. You can access the past, you can access present, you can access future, but also you can access those various dimensions. And in those dimensions, there are different kinds of beings. There are angelic beings, there are light beings, there are just different beings. So in this particular instance, it is a very beautiful dream because it is simply a message that you have a guide with you. You have a guide that cares about you, that is looking out for you, and is trying to communicate with you, right? So I would suggest for you that the next time you go to bed, before you go to bed, just simply say, I welcome you to present yourself in my dreams again, okay? Because then you can actually start having full-blown conversations with this woman, with this angelic figure inside of your dream. So congratulations, that's a lovely dream. If you will, later respond with the specific emotions you were feeling throughout the dream, so that way we can give you a more specific interpretation. But remember, You are the only one who knows your individual dream language. I can simply help guide you to get the message, okay? All right, so now let's talk about the second thing, okay? We've got people saying that they used to lucid dream all of the time, and then all of a sudden now they can't lucid dream anymore. Before we get into it, let's talk about what lucid dreaming is very quickly for those of us that don't really know. So, okay, basically, whenever you're dreaming and you are finally aware that you're dreaming and you can even like move around, change things, etc., that is a lucid dream, okay? It is a lucid dream, and it is totally magical because it is just like this third dimensional world, except you don't have the third dimensional laws and rules or anything. You can fly, you can float, you can dive and breathe underwater. I mean, you can do all of these crazy and amazing things, right? So basically, a lucid dream is when you are aware that you are dreaming, and taking it further, it's even being able to control and move some of the things in your dreams. So, okay, a lot of us strive to be able to become lucid dreamers. There's this whole movement behind this because we know that when we are lucid dreaming, we are simply connecting with our deeper self, and we are practicing creativity in our sleeping state, right? At the most subconscious level available to us. So whenever we wake up, we start reflecting that outward. We start being more creative. We start thinking more outside of the box, right? That is why so many people are trying to lucid dream. So I appreciate the question of you guys asking, should I eat anything in particular? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'm gonna be real honest with you. Whenever you eat things that are just very heavy for you, that are very high in sugar and all that stuff, that kind of stuff is not really good for our bodies anyways. So think about it. If we're putting all of these things into our body that our body is rejecting, our body doesn't like, it harms our body, it makes us sick. When we go to bed at night, that is not going to help us get more lucid dreams, and that is not going to help us be able to really wind down and hit that REM sleep, right? So eating is actually incredibly important. It's incredibly important because the food that we put inside of our bodies is supposed to be nutritional for us, right? It's supposed to help us on various levels, and it's supposed to give us more energy. So one thing that I found is, like, I love potato chips, okay? I love potato chips. For those of you that know me, you know, like, I love French fries and love potato chips. But I've realized that when I eat too much of that, my body literally doesn't like it. It's like, Carolina, why are you harming me? Why are you doing this to me? Why do you keep on doing that, right? And it's been this practice for me to really be more conscious of what I'm putting inside of my body, because I realize that whatever I put inside my body will affect me at this level now, and then the next day, at night when I'm dreaming, all of those things, because it all goes in line, right? We have this one body, so we have to take care of this body. And one of the things that I've noticed is that eating just cleaner, eating more fruits, eating more vegetables really has helped me personally to be able to lucid dream more, but also to just get to sleep quicker and hit REM sleep, okay? Because as you know, sleeping is everything. If you ask someone, what is the most important thing to you, like to be rested, to feel better, to feel great, a lot of people say, you know, I just want more sleep. Okay, and the reason for that is because whenever we're sleeping, we're really being able to recharge our bodies, right? But if we put all this like terrible stuff inside of us, all of these toxins and everything, we're not going to really be able to get much out of that sleep cycle. On the contrary, we're going to wake up in the middle of the night, have to go to the restroom, we're going to wake up anxious, all of these things, right? Because it all plays a role. So I have a very quick tip for you that I got from this woman. I can't remember her name, but as soon as I remember her name, I will put it down below because I really enjoyed this conversation. And she did a really cool video on it, and this is what she said to do, okay? Oh, her name's Heather. Okay, her name's Heather. So Heather basically gave this tip on her channel, and I want to share it here again because it was so helpful to me. So she said that before she eats that junk food or whatever she knows is going to harm her body, she literally just takes a moment and she just holds herself like this, and she thanks her body. She just thanks her body for being there for her, and she promises her body that she will protect it and give it what it needs that will nourish it, right? And it sounds weird. It really does sound weird, but that's exactly why I wanted to try it, because I'm like, this sounds weird, but if it works, like I'm going to do it. So the other day, guys, I was getting my potato chips, my kettle potato chips, and I was gonna put hot sauce on them, and I was gonna do the whole thing. But then I had a moment where I was like, I know this is going to hurt my stomach, and I know this is not good for me, and I really want to have my lucid dream tonight, and I want to hit that REM sleep. So I was like, I'm gonna practice what Heather said. Guys, I grabbed myself like this and I'm like, this is what I said. I said, thank you for being this body. Thank you for allowing me to be on this plane with you. And then I said, I will protect you. I will be sure to nourish you the right way because I love you. Okay, I literally had a conversation with my body at that moment. But guys, it worked, okay? I felt like I legit had to protect my body and nourish it the right way. And I said no to the potato chips and instead I had a mango because I love mangoes. So I say that because it's something that sounds so silly and so kind of strange, but it really does work because it's like I took a moment to just be conscious with myself and to realize, hey, this is not going to feel good. My body's not going to enjoy this, right? It's going to feel good in the moment, but in an hour from now, tomorrow at night when I'm trying to dream, when I'm trying to go to bed, it's not going to feel so good, right? So it really comes back to us loving ourselves truly and loving ourselves deeply. And that takes practice. That takes practice every single day. So basically, a short answer for the lucid dreamers out there that are trying to lucid dream again, yes, what you eat will affect you, right? Because it affects your body, because it affects your mind. Everything you put inside of your body is going to eventually show itself to you, right? They say we are what we eat. So if we're eating a lot of things that are high in sugars, that harm our bodies, that don't make us feel good, later that is what we're going to show, right? We're going to be maybe heavier than we normally are. We are just going to have lower energy. We're just not going to feel as good, right? Because of the things that we're putting inside of our bodies. So let's just practice being more conscious, right? Let's just practice truly loving ourselves and appreciating our bodies. And let's give that practice like Heather suggested, right? Thank your body, say you love your body, and you will realize that you don't want those chips or you don't want that humongous piece of cake. Maybe we'll just have like a little bit, you know what I mean? So it's that kind of practice that really helps. So I wanted to make sure to answer that question for you. So guys, okay, this video is already long. I will close out with this. So as you know, this month is Hispanic Heritage Month. And I've been invited to go to a couple of the public schools and read the book of Lupita and the Magic of Mexico. So I will be doing that tomorrow. That'll be the first day. So I'll share a couple of pictures from that event with you guys later, okay? So let's go ahead and just close. And as you know, continue sending your dreams to us. We are always welcome to help you interpret them. And this week, let's just continue focusing on being more conscious, being more aware of what we're putting inside of our bodies, because we know that what we put inside of our bodies will and does affect us every single day and every moment of our lives. All right, I send you love, unity, and peace, and we will be in contact. Bye, guys.